Greetings, Faith Ministries. Greetings, dearly beloved. Today we are beginning our 14 days of prayer and fasting. And as we have been in the 50 days of consecration, this time we are concluding in the last 2 weeks with prayer and fasting. And today in particular, we are building strong while focusing on consecrating the Church of Jesus Christ. Who is the Church of Jesus Christ? You and me are the Church of Jesus Christ, not our buildings, not our pieces of land, but men and women, young and old. We are the ones who comprise the Church of Jesus Christ. And so as we are fasting, what is consecration? It is, a process of being set apart or dedicated to a sacred purpose through a life of full devotion and separation from anything that is unclean or could contaminate one's relationship with God. It involves a personal, guys, it's personal. It involves a personal and continuous act of surrendering one's will, agenda, and entire being to God, enabling Him to work in the believer's life and conform them to His will. This next 14 days are about you and about me. Don't look to the next person. Allow yourself the process of consecration, the process of being set apart. And so today, as we begin to pray on our scriptures that we have carried throughout the year, which is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, I've quoted verse 9 to 23. Please take time to read these chunks of scriptures. We want to pray and fast for the consecration of your mind, because this is where the battlefield, happens with the devil. If you win your mind for Jesus, your consecration is assured. But as long as your mind is compromised, then to be set aside for Jesus sometimes may never happen to you. Number 2, we also want to pray and fast for discipline and the right alignment of my physical body to godliness as the temple of God. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians 6:19 that you are the temple of God. And we want to align my body, my physical body must align with the spiritual call upon my life in the name of Jesus. We also want to pray and fast against carnality. Our world today, our way of life today, we are so compromised. There are far too many gray areas for us. And what we are saying is, God, for me individually, don't go past yourself. For me, my God, what is it? Where is it in my life that I'm compromised? Where, gray areas are ruling? According to Romans chapter 8, verse 6 to 10, you want to ensure that my physical body, sexual desires and pleasures are that which pleases God and God alone. Today, it's not surprising to find a man, a woman of God, an elder, a leader, a zealous child of God who is living a compromised life. Emotional entanglement on the marketplace, psychological entanglement everywhere where we are living. May God help us. That is what we are fasting for. And again, we are fasting for a heart after God's own heart, a heart that is fully sold out for God, having a deep, devoted desire to align your life with God's will, putting what is important to Him above your own, according to 1 Samuel 13, verse 14, and Acts 13, verse 22. David, a man after God's own heart. To desire, to be like David doesn't mean you may not falter in life. But to falter is not my number one assignment. My number one assignment is to seek after God. That's what we are praying and fasting for, dearly beloved. You don't need anyone to tell you. You know yourself. You know how compromised you are. Bribing. You know how compromised you are. You know how you are getting business. You know how compromised you are in the office. You know how compromised you are here at church. You know how compromised you are. May God help us in this season. The last point for day 1, pray and fast that you be delivered from the sins of the soul, even where there are family patterns. These things, we say them again and again and again, and we will not tire. They are family patterns. If there is a weakness in your bloodline, you have a weakness towards, substance abuse. You have a weakness towards, women, towards men. You have a weakness towards corruption. You have a weakness that it is your prerogative. It is my prerogative to say, I'm drawing a bloodline. Thus far and no more. And how do you do it? Ezekiel 18 verse 20, Romans chapter 6, 23, and then Romans 14 verse 12 to finish with Revelations chapter 2 verse 23. All this you can make reference to the prayer guide. Dearly beloved, before celebrating 50 years of Jubilee, grace has been given to us, and in its abundance, be consecrated. Let's set aside our lives, our time, to ensure that this process will see us come out different from what we have known ourselves. I thank you. May God bless you.